And so we are back on the sofa with all the plugs in the background, and today an unboxing video of this. This is the Shure GLX-D with SM58. It's a wireless microphone system. Let's unbox it. I'm going to give you my views, my first impressions, and tell you if you actually need a radio mic for your DJ sets. Let's get into it. Right then, quite the colourful box. I wasn't expecting the box on this to be quite so large. So what's great to see, it comes in a carry case. Was not expecting that at all. It's got a little handle on there, which is good. Okay, so we've got the instruction manuals here. Rechargeable battery for the capsule or microphone. Now that is really, really good because a lot of radio mics use those square 9-volt batteries. I think that's going to be saving quite a lot of money over the years of using it, which is pretty good for putting onto a fixed microphone stand, but not something that I would use. So we've got the SM58 capsule itself. I imagine this unscrews for the battery. Feels quite rugged, but not as rugged, I will say, as the SM58 wired capsule that I've got. So yeah, I'm not sure how I feel about this plastic build. And then we've got the receiver there. It's got the liquid crystal display, which apparently tells you how much battery life is left. Now, what's really good with this receiver, so I've read, is you can actually charge the battery inside. So yeah, it's quite lightweight, nothing too fancy. Obviously you connect your XLR cable in there. This is powered as well, so you do need to plug in the power adapter in there. And then I'm guessing this is the power supply. Yeah, and because I'm based in the UK, of course, I've got the English plug. And that is pretty much it. So microphone and receiver unboxed. Time to tell you my first impressions. Here in the United Kingdom, this system retails for £379. Not the cheapest radio mic system on the market, but also not the most expensive. I'd pretty much say it's middle of the road. I would say shop around though, because I had seen retailers here in the UK selling it for quite a considerable more amount of money. This was the cheapest price that I found. Now I haven't of course used this at a gig yet, but in terms of first impressions, really like the fact that it comes in a carry case. To be quite honest, I was just expecting the cardboard box and me to put all of the components into my DJ bag, but the fact it comes with a nice padded case is a nice touch. One thing I will say, the build quality falls a little bit below what I was expecting from Shure. So this is an all plastic body. It feels quite nice in the hand, but it is very, very lightweight. When you compare this to my wired Shure SM58, it's the same capsule, but this wired version is fully metal. I've had this for about 12 years now, and it's fallen off of stage, and you can see where it's so worn. The paintwork is just completely worn away, but it still works. It's been really rugged, it's been bomb-proof, and it feels pretty solid, pretty heavy. This, I can't say the same. If this falls off of my DJ riser, I don't know if it would break, because the plastic certainly feels a little bit thin, so I'm not so sure about that, and I was expecting a bit more from that. Other than that, can't say a lot else about it just yet. Really like the rechargeable battery, because I know with some radio mics with those 9-volt square batteries in, you're going to have to replace that every so often, so it is an added cost. So yes, without using it, I'm pretty impressed. The only thing I would say, I'm not too happy about the build quality, but maybe it will be okay. So in terms of why I picked this particular microphone model, let's talk about brand first and foremost. This is a Shure SM58 capsule. I have used the Shure SM58 in a wired version for many, many years. I like the sound of it. It does the job very, very well for what I need it for, which is DJing, in terms of picking up the mic to do birthday shout outs, hyping the crowd up, all of that. So I just wanted to stick with what I knew. Now, as I mentioned at the start, this particular model is the Shure GLX-D system, which operates on the 2.4 gigahertz frequency band, We're not going to go into too much technical information here, but that is the same frequency as your home Wi-Fi operates on. And the reason why I picked this particular product is because globally I can use this license free. Here in the United Kingdom, if you pick up a radio mic and it operates on an analog channel which is known as channel 38, you have to pay Ofcom, which is the regulator, a license fee each year to use it. It's a dedicated channel for radio mic use. However, because I'm just using this in nightclubs, I'm not using it in a really kind of professional singing environment or for long periods of time, I just didn't feel that I needed to pay for a license each year, and I wanted to do it as cheap as possible. There is another analog channel, which is channel 70, I believe, here in the UK, which is also license free. However, that channel does operate very close to the same frequencies that mobile phones operate on. And as a result, there is a risk of interference. There is a risk that this mic system will also pick up interference because it operates on the same frequency band as Wi-Fi routers. However, the receiver will change the frequency ever so slightly and the channel it's operating on to minimize the risk there. So fingers crossed I won't get too much interference, but to be quite honest, I really didn't want to pay for a license. Now, in terms of, do you need a radio mic for your DJ sets? If you are DJing like I'm DJing in terms of nightclubs, high street bars, all of that, then absolutely not. You don't need one. I got this as a bit of a luxury product, as a nice to have, having used a wired mic for years. I just wanted a new gadget, hence why I decided to go for this. If you're starting out on your DJ journey, just get a decent wired mic. If, however, you're doing private events, weddings, mobile DJing, where you are required to move around the venue a lot, maybe you're giving the microphone out to various guests to do speeches and things like that, or perhaps you're hosting a day where you're moving around from your DJ booth quite a lot, then I would say it's more of a necessary purchase, because it's going to make your life a lot easier rather than having cables trailing all over the floor, creating a slip or trip hazard. So there we have it, guys, my unboxing and first thoughts of the Shure GLX-D. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Do you think it was a worthwhile purchase, or have I just wasted a load of money? If you haven't yet subscribed, please hit the button over there. And if you haven't seen my last video, that is up there for you. And until the next time, I will see you then.